Hi friends, hope you're doing swell. Hello friends, I hope you're doing swell and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Alexis. I would love it if you stuck around, especially because in this season of life, I am posting every day. So if you have any video suggestions, definitely let me know in the comments down below. But I've been saying in the last couple of videos that I really want to try doing a build without MoveObjects on. Now, I don't think it's going to be that much of a hot mess, but it is going to be different because I love alt placing. So we're over in a base game world and we are going to be building a house for it today. Alright, so we're over in Potter's Splay. That is the name of this lot. And it is cute and cozy. I think it's a really pretty lot, especially if you're doing a legacy challenge. I feel like some of these lots over in these base game worlds, they just have such incredible lighting from every single direction. So you have like the ability to build a really nice house. But like today's title suggests, we're going to be building a house without MoveObjects. I should have probably maybe got an inspiration pic on how I want the house to be, but I'm just going to kind of build the Sims people inside of me and let's see if we can build something that's really cute. I think I want it to be, of course, it's not going to be huge. So let's go ahead and just maybe thinking something like this. Maybe we do like a little upstairs situation because we don't do that. Legit, I think I might be a little fearful of of upstairs. I feel like every time that I actually like use stairs, they don't ever turn out as cute as I intend them to. So I don't really like do a lot of upstairs downstairs. We're going to change that today. We're going to do something a little bit different. So I'm just going to kind of plop this over. It is kind of out of place in this ritzy neighborhood, but that's okay. We can improve on this house as time progresses. And then I want to kind of take one of these pieces and see about doing like a dormer situation, but I don't know how that's going to look, or if I should just do like a front facing situation like this, not bring it in that way. Maybe bring it in. That doesn't look too bad. I might bring, ooh, wait, I was gonna say maybe we'll bring the eaves in, but what if we actually bring this over, bring that over? We just kind of adjust it so we're able to do like a chimney, because I think that's cute. It's turning out better than I expected. These are one of my favorite roofings and they're just from base game. I think they're really cute. I do love this trim from Business and Hobby, so let's go ahead and use that. And I want to see maybe about doing a half wall, but that kind of looks decent the way it is. I don't know, we might just have to go with the flow and see what fits the best. Maybe some brick over here, maybe not that one with the trim on it. We can kind of carry that down a little bit too if we wanted to. Yeah, I don't mind that. And I think I want to go over to Growing Together. I just love that pack. I feel like all the packs, I don't have every single one of them because I like to like sit on it, see a bunch of people's gameplays and building before I like actually purchase it. And I don't purchase it unless it goes on sale usually. But I waited for this one and I'm really happy that I did because it is one of my favorites. I just think it's a really nice pack. So let's go ahead and use some of that scallop. And maybe we actually like make a little blue house because I think that'll be nice. Do something like that, or we can go like a little bit lighter, kind of nice. And then maybe we can like replace this wood, this brick with the one from Growing Together. And I kind of want to bring that down too, and then we could put a column, and then perhaps let's go a little darker up here. I also think that's pretty nice. I like that a lot. Okay, let's go ahead and take Growing Together off because I think I want to put some type of freeze just to separate the two areas. Now we do have some dark brown going on, so we could do something like that, or we can go basic white, but I think that might be a little bit too stark for the area. So let's go ahead and use like this dark brown trim kind of all the way around. And I might, let's see, if I bring the eaves in, yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. So let's do something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and also go over to, let's go dark brown. That's a little too kitschy. That's a little too modern. What about these? These are kind of nice. Oh shoot, they don't post all the way. Yeah, I think I want to put these like on all the corners. Yeah, something like that. And then instead of having like, you see like this little bit over here, maybe we can do like some trellis or something like to distract this a little bit. I like that. Let's do something like that, and then perhaps we can actually use, where is it? It's from, and I'm just alt placing regularly, so if it doesn't fit then we can't use it. So yeah, that doesn't fit, those don't fit. So we can't use it, but can I strategically, oh, I can place like one right there. So that's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and go over to dark brown again because I think that's going to be a really nice color for our windows and doors. And I want something kind of big. So we do have that one growing together. And then we have that one that's a little bit more modern. I love this. It's classic. I haven't seen this before. And I kind of really like that one. It's from high school years. So what if we use something like that? Of course, we have to add one of these because these are my recent faves. 3 windows across. I might actually go over to, where is that? Get Together. So they kind of match. Kind of uniform, but I like it. Do like 3 across back here, and then we can do like another big door of some sort, like a little back door. Maybe not that one. Let's take Get Together off, like one of those right there. Cute. Okay, let me go back to Get Together. I'm wondering, could some of this stuff work? No, maybe these can. You can't really see that one, so that's fine. And I might need to move this down one. Yeah, I like that. That is so cute. Okay, so like I typically do for my builds, I'm gonna go in and actually do the landscaping, not using any move objects. And then I'm gonna try to do a little bit of a floor plan so we're not stressing ourselves out. And then we can go in and start decorating our no move objects build for today. Alrighty, so this is what I have for the house. I legit took so much time doing it, but I wanted to make sure that it looked as good as possible just because I couldn't use MoveObjects. So things are placed where they clip just a tiny bit, but I tried to make it work. So we have some romantic garden stuff up front just because we had this big plot of land up front and we needed something to do with it. And then we might have kids anyway, so I did add this little jungle gym, lots and lots of planters all around. And then the backyard, which is one of my favorites, I added some more trees, some more low-lying bushes, even though they're not all the way back there, which I would like. We have somewhere for our Sims to swim, relax, and then also have family dinners outside. Now, I think I am going to keep in me actually doing the montage for the inside just because I came into a few troubles just because since I don't have MoveObjects on, when I placed like certain walls, the doors would delete, the siding would delete, or the windows would delete. So I had to kind of figure out a floor plan that was going to work the best. So when you come in, we're going to have like this skinny little like entryway, and then this is going to lead to like the big kitchen and dining room. So we're going to try to fit everything over in there, and then maybe we can have some type of like lounge room up here, full bathroom downstairs, and I was thinking of having a bedroom right here, but we could honestly maybe put like a little living room over there, but we can figure it out as we go. And then going upstairs, we have a little landing room. I'm going to put a plant back here because I couldn't get that wall too close because it was going to get rid of the window. Then we have the bathroom and then 2 bedrooms. So it's kind of a smaller house, but I do like the look and the feel of it. So let's go ahead and maybe put some wood flooring down. I've been using a lot of this one recently, so maybe we can use some from Cottage Living. Where are you? Cottage Living. Yeah, I was gonna say, I know there was some flooring from Cottage Living. Maybe not that one, but I love how warm this is. So let's use that. And then I have these big saucer lights because it's going to be a little bit easier for me to just kind of go in and change them that way. So let's go ahead and start with the bathroom actually. I don't know like the look or style or feel. I'm probably just going to add a lot of the things that I typically like and enjoy. So we could use this, and it does fit close. So we could put the toilet right there. Can we put my cabinet of dreams? Yes, and I love the swatch that it comes in. Now I am going to have to go to the sleek bathroom kit just because I thought that they were going to update it. I know we had a recent update, but I still can't get everything over in this pack to the actual category. So that is a little bit different, but let's go ahead and put that right there, and then a little toilet paper right there. So even though I'm not using MoveObjects, alt still kind of works a little bit, but maybe like during this month, during like this season of life where I'm doing posting every day, maybe we can do like a no cheats entirely build where we can't use like any MoveObjects, any alt, maybe like an EA style. We can kind of go all out with it. So let me know if that's something that you might want to see, because I think that'll be fun to kind of challenge and do something like that. But I love this like little red, so maybe we do something like this, and then we can do that little pink swatch right there. That is fine. And I kind of want to add one of these little shelves so we can add like a little hanging plant. I don't know, as I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm not that big of a fan of it right now, but I do love these lights, so we're definitely going to add one of those. So let me go ahead and take sleek bathroom off, and let's go ahead and go over to window coverings, and we're gonna those fit. We can use these instead. I was gonna say those fit. Maybe we should use something a little bit different. Obsessed with that. And then maybe we use like one of these little rugs from high school years. And I'm using the flooring actually from Parenthood. Not Parenthood. What is it called? It's from Get Together. So I think that looks really good with this. And I kind of like that cloud print. So what if we do something like that? Let's go ahead and maybe add just a little hand towel, and hopefully you can see it. Do something like that, and then perhaps we can also maybe add a little base game. No, it didn't fit. Dang it. We might have to use just like a wall plant. And there we have it. That is our little bathroom. I like it. It's cute. Let's go ahead and do the bathroom upstairs. We're going to copy this just because we might have kids, and we can just scooch it right Let's go ahead and grab this really pretty sink. Oh, it can fit right there. Okay, perfect. Our little soap and toothbrush tray, which is my favorite. And it's also like as expensive or like cheaper than actually using like the ones from base game. So it's actually clutch too. Let's go ahead and grab just all of this and copy it. There's no windows in this bathroom, which is fine. A little toilet roll, and then bring this down. And then I think I'm gonna go back over to sleek bathroom. Yeah, show me everything, please and thank you. Because we do have room at this. Maybe like a little white, nope. Maybe this? Could this fit? Not really, okay. That's fine. I do want to copy this little rug though from high school years because I think that is really cute. And let's just put that like right here. Oh, we might have room to put a, can we move the door over? And then perhaps, yeah, I think I like that a little bit better. And then we can get rid of this. I don't know what we can put over on this side though. Maybe we can just add some really pretty like plants just because they're going to place a little bit wonky with using no move objects. So maybe we, oh, dang it, I was going to say maybe we use that trio. Could we, oh, we can use something like this, which honestly, it's a little bit different than like the style of the house, but I do really like that. I think that's cute. So let's leave it like that. Okay, so going down here, let's maybe start on the kitchen because that is going to be a little tricky, I think. So maybe we should look for some cabinets first and see the look and feel. I kind of want to use some of these. Oh, and I can place it kind of close. Okay, what about on this side? So we are going to have to use it over here, which is fine. We do something like that. I didn't mean to delete that floor. Let's take that away. Maybe use this nice, can I scooch it over? Oh, I can. Oh, perfect. So can I just scooch it over just a little bit? Nice stove. And then maybe we can do like a little waterfall edge. And I'm going to change the colors. I just want to get, dang it. I just want to get some of this stuff kind of placed down. But it looks like it doesn't want to place. Outer corner? Nope. This one? Nope. Okay. Could I scooch this over? I want to be able to have like a dining room table. I want to get the cabinets kind of situated first. What if we do a big one right there, a little one right there, and a little one right there, and then we can use like a long one? Dang it, it doesn't fit. I was hoping that that would fit, but it didn't. Let's just do a money trash can, and then we can put maybe like some little aprons and stuff. Okay, they place way too high, so can't use that, but let's go ahead and look for some colors. I really love this green, so we're gonna use that, and then we can change the waistband also to green. And let's go ahead and go over back to kitchen because we do need a little fire alarm, which we could stick right there. And then I also want to give our Sims like central heating, so let's stick that right there, and maybe the burglar alarm. I want to see if we were able to add like any other cap. Okay, we are able to add like 2 right there, which is better than nothing. So let me see, can I add, dang it, I can't add anything right there. Okay, it's being tricky. That is okay. Maybe we can add some sort of like plant. None of these, dang it. A hanging one? No. None of these work. We might have to use like one of these. Shoot, okay. That's okay. Let's just toss the sink over here. And then I think I'm going to give us those little cabinets as well over here. I'm wondering though, can I use the longer piece? No, it won't let me. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. But I do want to put like a cute little dining table right here. So let's go ahead and go over to the dining table tab. And I don't know how many people are going to be living in this house. We're just going to kind of see and feel. At least there's going to be 3 people. Maybe we get like maybe a circle table would be nice. I've been using that one a lot recently. So what if we use this one from Cottage Living, and maybe use these little rat tan. It doesn't want to place. Okay, I can put it right there though. That white is pretty with that blue. So let's try to do something like this. And I'm wondering if it'll allow for me to stick like a little plant. Oh, I can. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, this one is the one I was thinking of. I like that. No, I was trying to see if I could stick anything else. But it doesn't look like I can. But maybe we can add some clutter, like these little seasonings right there. They're kind of high up. Kind of have to make it just work. Let's go back over, maybe not to kitchen. Let's go to rugs. And let's add like a little anti-fatigue mat right there. And then maybe one more over on this side. Maybe the gray would be the best. And I really do love these lights. So let's just another one in there. And then we can add them around the house too. A wonky layout. I'm wondering though, am I able to maybe extend this? Okay, it deletes my window. Dang it. Or can we be tricky? Because that doesn't clip. It looks a little crazy though. So maybe, maybe we won't do that. Let's just go back to what we had. That's not too bad. I wanted to see about adding a hanging plant over here. Or I can add one right there, which is better than nothing, but it's a little random. Could I add it? I can add it right here, but I can't like place it on an angle, which is fine. I like that right there. And then I think I want to go back over, to wall hangings. Maybe we can add some little kitty clutter, and then perhaps we can get like a little pet food bowl. Okay, let's change some of these swatches. We can do something like that and like a little pink. Cute. I do want to see if I can stick something over here. I'm gonna go back over to like these wall things to see if there's just anything that might look decent. Like we can maybe do a picture. Okay, that didn't work. That works, but it's not cute. Let's see about doing some type of like vertical picture, because I think that'll be nice. Adorable. Okay, let's go over to wall patterns. I think I'm going to use the one from Sleek Bathroom Kit just because it's just plain and simple and it's nice. Something like that for in here. And then I was thinking maybe we can add like a bit of wall clutter back there. So I'm gonna go back over to kitchen. Let's go to decorations because we need a counter to at least cook on. I would like them to use that one, so maybe we can use something over here. We can add some of like that clutter. That's not bad. Okay, that is our kitchen. Let's go ahead and like figure out how we want to lay out like this living room situation. So it's gonna be a living room, and it's also going to be like an entryway. So we're gonna have our work cut out for us. Alrighty, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and place some plain and boring wallpaper down just so we can have like the bones kind of situated. It's gonna be a little bit easier for me to kind of visualize. It low-key matches that tile over there, so perfect. Now we need to get some type of like cozy little couch. I mean, these are kind of cute. I never use these. Maybe we could try to make them work. They are from Parenthood. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's not bad. Maybe we can have like a little chair. Are there any chairs that came with Parenthood that could work? I don't think that's the same. That one is. Okay. What if we use like one right there? Kind of like walking into it though. Could we add? We can add a chair right there. Okay. Put one right there. Then maybe we can add some sort of light. So I'm going to take Parenthood off. Could we add like one of these lights? No. Could we add it right there? Maybe we add like a little fireplace. Oh, didn't work. But it works right there. It doesn't make any sense. Not that I want this like spot to be closed off. Do something like that so you kind of walk into it. And then we can add, not a fan of these couches anymore, so I'm gonna look for a different one. I want something like a two-seater though, so it needs to be kind of small. From Nifty Knitting. Could that work? Oh yeah, and that green color, that is really pretty. So let's do that, and then maybe we could size down this rug. Okay, it still works. Like hopefully it still works without MoveObjects, so we can do something like that and then add a really pretty plant. Yes, right here. We'll do it in that swatch. And then I'm gonna add my favorite little blinds. Yeah, okay, so that's like a cute little spot for your Sims to hang out, watch TV. But I do want to maybe get a bookcase of some sort. I don't know if there's gonna be one that places like right over here. Okay, yeah, those. That works though. If we use this and that little swatch, I'm gonna go back to pets because maybe, oh shoot, we can get a little pet bed. Could we like, oh, we can scooch it. Perfect. Let's do that dark green color. Maybe we can just add like a little toy right there. And then I was thinking of maybe adding like a desk if one fits like over in this section. So we gotta kind of get a little close. It's still like private enough, but your Sim won't be able to route around, I don't think, to get to the stairs. I think they will right there. Is there like a table that's a little bit more flushed? That one might be the best. I have this. Maybe instead we just put a skill building item over here, and an easel is always like my favorite, and I can't put it on an alt angle, so maybe we do something else like a bonsai tree, because that'd be nice. They'll give us a little bit more greenery, and then we can do like a computer upstairs of some sort. And then I do want to use a collage, and this is one of my favorites, and they have animals, so let's just go ahead and do that right there. Okay, that is like our little living room hangout situation. I might get rid of this chair and see if we can find something a little bit cuter. I have these little stools, but they don't look cozy. This one does though. We can use that green. Ooh, perhaps could we put, ooh, let's do this instead. A little cross stitching basket. So I'm wondering, should we just make this into a bedroom too? Because we can do like a bedroom and then like a proper office. So it can be like a guest bedroom almost. So let's maybe do that. Alrighty, I do really like these lights, so I'm gonna continue to use those around the house. But let's go over to desk. Ooh, look how pretty this one is. I do like this one from Love Struck though. Oops. Let's use this like bone color. And I like the little chairs that came with high school years. Yeah, because they have that really pretty green swatch. Then we can do a laptop. I want to do my little tray of dreams, which I can use, which is perfect. And then I'm gonna go over maybe to wall, because we got that collage. I think it's so pretty. And I like that swatch. So let's keep it that way. And then let's go over here to the bed, because we need like a single cute bed. And luckily we have a few nice options. Honestly, we could probably put 2 little beds in here. We could. Oh, look at us using our resources. We can put a little table in the center. Let's do like a gray. I don't want it to be boring though. Maybe do this in that gray color. Something like this. Then maybe we can just put like a little alarm. We probably need a dresser, but we can put it somewhere else. I'm gonna look for maybe a nice little rug. Yeah, that's nice and cozy. Okay, going over to the bedroom, let me see if there's a dresser that we can maybe add in here that will look okay. That kind of looks like decor. Can I scooch that over? I can. Oh, that's perfect. So now we have at least a dresser. I'm gonna look for shoes. I can put a shoe rack. Doesn't go all the way to the wall, but that's okay. We can still work with it. Yeah, I think I like that. And this is clipping just a little bit, so I'm gonna bring it down some. Okay, so we at least have 2 Sims that can sleep in here. And I like the bone color, so maybe I won't change that. But we can get another little painting of some sort, like a little collage. And this is from Love Struck. Cute. So you got at least 2 Sims can sleep down there. So up here we have 2 more little bedrooms. And I think I'm gonna copy those lights. So let me go ahead and get rid of all of, oops, not the flooring. Let's get rid of all these saucer lights. And let's go upstairs and then add these cozy lights like in here. Okay, let's go ahead and get the landing way situated. I think I am going to copy this because I do like that. And I want to figure out like to see if there's a plant that could fit back here. Oh, there is. Okay, can we use like this one? We can, which is perfect. And then what else could we probably put out here? Maybe like some type of kid stuff, because we can make this into like a kid's bedroom and this like a main bedroom. So we could give them like some little items in there. But I'm thinking though, it might be beneficial for us to also have like maybe a dollhouse of some sort. Well, I love that, but maybe we use like this back here. Oh, I can. Oh, that's perfect. It is kind of big, but that is okay. Then maybe we can put some type of light over there. I do have that can give us a little bit more like floral, but I want something I think just a little basic. Ooh, we could do like an accent table. It's a little different than what I typically do. We can put like clutter and stuff. So we can get like a little speaker, which would be nice to have some music. Probably get rid of this window, but we'll keep it. I'm just gonna like push it over a little bit, which means I need to bring this over here, which means I need to copy our little trim. Okay, so I'm gonna go over to Growing Together and Parenthood. Show me everything, please and thank you, because I want to see if there's like some little clutter bits that might work a little bit better. We put like this right there instead, and then we can put the little music over there too. Chore wheel is also nice. It's good gameplay, so that works. Maybe need to keep this a little bit bare. Perhaps we can add like some little family photos and like some little kid stuff, like they're playing and doing crafts. And could we add another? No. Let me get rid of this because I want to add some music. Will it slide? Oh, it slides up there, which is perfect because I think I like this one a little bit more. Cute. Okay, and let's actually put the family photos over here. And that gives them like some little walk room to actually use that stuff, and then I can bring this in here. Not bad, not bad. I'm wondering if we should do like a nice little bookcase though. Ooh, it does fit. Is this not fitting because of, okay. We can get rid of this light. We can just stick this one right here. And then let me take off those two because I might want to go and grab, yeah, just to give us a little bit more brightness. And then I think I'm going to copy this little chair, put it right here. It's right in front, so maybe not. Maybe we should just get like a little ottoman. You can like sit out here, read a book, stuff like that. Okay, that's pretty cute. So let's go over into the little kitty bedroom. I want it to be like a teeny tiny child. Maybe this like little bed could work. I'm gonna have to place all this stuff out just because we can't all place. This is a nice little room though. Okay, let's bring in some of this little clutter. Could teens could use this stuff too. I'm trying to think. Like we can have two teen twins down here and like a kid up here and then like a parents right there. Yeah, that'll work. And the teens can come up here and hang out. Okay, let's get like a little defender light. Where are you? There you go. We'll do it in this little blue color. Stick that right there. Then I do want to give them a blarfy. Can't put it on a little angle. You can have that down there. I think I might get rid of this. We can have something like this. A little dresser. But maybe we can find a cuter dresser. Let's go to bedroom. Yeah, I think I like this one a little bit more neutral. And then we can put some clutter. Wipes. Some of that, and then maybe we put like this little flower right there that their sibling made. I don't think you would have like a desk in here. I'm just trying to think of what else would be nice. We can add some little blocks. I like those little horse swatches. That's adorable. Okay, let's go over to walls. That lavender color, or we could make it a little bit more blue. That's pretty. Let's do that, and then find some little kitty like wall pictures and stuff. And I do love these, so maybe we do one right there, then one right here, and then we can get them some of my favorite. I can actually bring these up here too. Maybe not put one right there. Okay, but that is our little toddler room. It is really cute and cozy, and of course you can like replace it and make it into like a little teens room. But I think it'll be nice to have like the kids and stuff, like the toddler up here. The kids have their little privacy kind of downstairs. So let's go ahead and look for a double bed now. Alrighty, so let's see our options. We have these that are really cute. Do really love this. What if we use, I don't think our sim can get around though, but I'm guessing they can if it slides. So let's just see. I think I want to use this little gold. Shoot, can't use that. Well, we're gonna use it. It just doesn't slot well. But I do want to use my tray of dreams. Where are you? Whichever one comes first is fine by me. I'm not picky. Let's do that one. And then maybe we can do a really pretty painting of some sort. Ooh, like these. Dang it, it doesn't slot. These from Dream Home Decorator. So gorgeous. We can do those two colors. And then maybe over here we can do like another little dresser. I was thinking of maybe like a desk would be nice too to have up here. We can do that because they can still get around. We'll do a little seat. Yeah, and maybe one of these little dressers. Ooh, wait, hold on. Maybe we copy this because this one is nice. And I'm wondering if we could put a plant. Perfect. Okay, let's change up these swatches. We'll do a yellow. Get another like little picture here. We'll do one of those like family pictures. But maybe we can put some type of like another little plant. And I'm gonna go over to blooming rooms. These are adorable. We can do something like that. Okay, I'm gonna take blooming rooms off, and I am going to use, I think, the little rug that came from Love Struck. Size it down one. It fits like right there, which is fine. We can do it in that deep burgundy color. And then perhaps we can get another little light over here. I think, yeah, this one from Tiny Living. It's a cozy little room, but I think it's nice. And I am going to get rid of this instead now. And I want to see, okay, it doesn't place. But let's do coat rack and put that right there. Because we got enough places for them to have like dressers and stuff like that. I am going to go ahead and copy this boring beige. But maybe we can go like a little bit deeper like this. Because that is really nice for this bedroom. There you have it. That is the upstairs, you guys. I'm kind of looking to see if there's anything else that I kind of want to change up here. And I don't think that there is. I like how this is situated. I'm wondering though, We could stick that back there, but maybe we can find a better looking one. Ooh, could we fit? We could, well, that doesn't seem safe. I was like, maybe we could fit fireplace back there, but could we could stick books back here instead. And then maybe we can do this right here. And then perhaps we can do like a vertical type one of these from Growing Together. That is really nice. And I want to size this down. Wait, hold on. Instead, what if we keep it sized up? We stick this like outside? Yeah, we can. Okay, that's perfect. Then we can move this over. And then perhaps we can get our easel. I'm gonna get this easel to work. Move this back over. Can I get the easel right here? I can. Perfect. Okay, so this is our upstairs, you guys, and this is our downstairs. I think it turned out to be a really cute house for a lot of Sims. Even if we didn't use MoveObjects, it is still a really pretty like family home. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, friends. If you did, make sure those fun things like give it a big old like and subscribe down below if you haven't already, as well as press that bell notification so you can notify each and every time that I post. And until next time, friends, I hope you are doing swell, and I will see you very soon. Bye.